Daniel and the Art of Hermeneutics. In a quaint village, there lived a young boy named Daniel, who had a deep passion for reading the Bible. Every morning, he would sit by his window with his Bible open, sunlight filtering through the curtains, casting a warm glow on the pages. Yet, despite his dedication, Daniel often found himself puzzled by certain passages. One day, determined to deepen his understanding, Daniel decided to study more about hermeneutics, a term he had heard from a local pastor. Hermeneutics, he read in an old, dusty book from the village library, is the art and science of interpreting texts, especially sacred scriptures. Excited by his discovery, Daniel began to explore the principles of hermeneutics, hoping they would unlock the mysteries of the Bible for him. The first principle Daniel learns about is historical context. Daniel decided to start with a familiar verse, Jeremiah 29:11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." He loved this verse for its comforting promise, but now he wanted to understand it more deeply. Who was this message originally for? Daniel learned that it was addressed to the Israelites who were in exile in Babylon. Understanding their plight and the historical backdrop, he realized that God was reassuring them despite their suffering, promising a hopeful future. Next comes literary context. So Daniel read the surrounding verses. He noticed that God was advising the Israelites to build homes, plant gardens, and seek the welfare of the city where they were exiled. This context revealed that the verse was not just about personal prosperity, but also about enduring and thriving in difficult circumstances. After that, genre and literary form. As Daniel kept reading, he learned that the Bible contains different genres, poetry, prophecy, history, and letters, and how each should be read with its literary form in mind. Jeremiah is a book of prophecy, often using a symbolic language. This helped Daniel understand that not every promise in prophetic books is a direct promise to him, but can still reveal God's character and intentions. Later on, when Daniel was at home, he continues reading. He learns that the next principle of hermeneutics is theological context. As Daniel considered this, he wondered, what does this passage reveal about God? He saw that God is a planner and a caretaker, looking out for his people's future. This reinforced Daniel's trust in God's overarching plan, even when individual circumstances seem bleak. As he nears the end of his book, the last principle of hermeneutics is called application to today. Daniel thought about how to apply the passage to his own life. He realizes that while the specific promise of Jeremiah 29:11 was made to the Israelites, the underlying principle that God has plans and provides hope was something Daniel could hold on to. He felt encouraged to trust God's guidance in his own life, even when facing uncertainties. Through his study of hermeneutics, Daniel found that his understanding of the Bible deepened. The once confusing passages began to make sense, revealing layers of meaning he had never seen before. He realized that hermeneutics was not just an academic exercise, but a way to connect more profoundly with the divine wisdom of the scriptures. And so, every morning, Daniel continued to sit by his window, Bible in hand, confident that with the tools of hermeneutics, he could navigate even the most challenging passages, uncovering the rich, timeless truths they held.